Backyards work best when they take their cues from the landscape around them. Like this suburban backyard, it's been cleverly integrated into the woodlot surrounding it. And the designer behind all this, well, it's Dave Matoulis of Natural Landscape Design. And Dave, this is a woodland retreat. It's just gorgeous, but it wasn't always this way.
Well, no, actually, Deborah, there was nothing here when I first got here except a big span of grass between the back of the house right up to the woodlot right behind it.
Did the owners instantly recognize that they should bring the landscape right into the backyard?
No, not really at first. The main priority here was to get a pool put in. Upon the discussions of having a swimming pool, I suggested that tying in the natural woodland surrounding around it, integrating a waterfall, and at that point they recognized it then and said, yes, let's work towards that as a starting point.
It is the perfect choice. And the deck, was it originally painted this color?
No, it wasn't. It was actually, it's true color of cedar, and at that point just to blend it into the home and soften it up a bit was the two-tone color.
I like that. That two-tone effect really gives it a lot of class. And of course this is a wonderful dining area, and the most magnificent view of the whole backyard is from up here.
Oh yeah, it's quite spectacular. It gives you a whole bird's eye view onto the many areas into this backyard.
It's also a safe area for the children, and there was another safe area to this backyard, although I didn't see it right off the bat, and that is this area over here. Tell me why this is so unique.
Well, what was going to happen here was that they still wanted some usable outdoor living space for the children without actually having to worry about supervision. And so as you can see, the fence line contours back into the home quite abruptly to secure the space over here for, as I said, outdoor living space for the kids, recreational area.
So their property actually extends over here into what looks like the neighbor's backyard. You've done the neighbor's backyard as well, and they share this space.
Yes, that's correct.
With their children. Great idea. Now another area we should talk about is the fencing. So let's go down and take a look at that. There is a bylaw that you have to fence in a pool, right?
That's right, Deborah. There's no choice in the matter there.
Well, at least you've made a lovely choice. You've got metal here, metal rather than wood. Why is that?
Well, with wood, it actually defines wall space. It limits us to our viewing area, whereas the metal allows for a more open area effect. Being the color black too, it doesn't really jump out in the shadows of the forest. In fact, it allows you to see right through from the woodland garden to the whole backyard.
It connects it more, and I'm sure it makes the backyard probably look bigger too.
That's right. Yeah.
And I like the way you zigzagged it instead of just squaring it around the backyard.
Well, and for the reasons of that safe area that we were talking about, so as the entire backyard was not into the perimeter of the whole property, where the concern for having the children separate from the pool space when they're outside, that zigzagging or contouring of the curves of the pool, so I sort of hugged that and followed that right through just to allow that safe area to...
And it gives it a more natural feel too, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Now we're here on a beautiful pathway, and I didn't even realize it was here. It's kind of a secret pathway. What's the story behind that?
Well, for the small space that's here, I wanted the potential of both functional space but also of stroll garden concept. So as they are walking around the perimeter of the property, it's just not at 2 points. They can actually go 360 degrees around the pool, through a little woodland stroll garden. The towering trees above them give them their sense of ceiling space. The lower plantings around them give them a sense of comfort as they're in a cozy nook little area.
The best view from here is this inviting pool, very natural in keeping with the theme.
As my clients were first focused on wanting a pool in this backyard, part of the challenge, of course, was integrating this into its natural surrounding. Thus the shape of the pool being free form seemed appropriate. The addition of a waterfall to give it that natural body of water effect to it.
And it actually is a dive pool. It's really deep.
That's true. In fact, one of the rocks that serves two purposes. One for retainment of the elevation change, also acts as a dive rock.
And I guess that's probably the reason for the blue pool over the black as well. If it's a diving pool, you want to be able to see
down
safety reasons.
Yeah, on deep pools, the blue liner is much nicer to use. Yeah.
Okay, let's go take a look at your gardens and talk a little more about them.
Sure.
Dave, the thing I noticed about this backyard is it's very green, not too much color, Just a lot of shape and texture.
Well, that's right, Deborah. In a woodland garden, what we're trying to achieve here through these meandering paths is the color and contrast among varieties of green. We have yellow green and dark green, fine texture, coarse texture.
Some ornamental grasses.
Ornamental grasses to achieve that fine texture erupting from the boldness of the armor stone, or from the coarse texture of the hostas and their different varieties of color and variegated varieties or just straight green varieties.
Now, another interesting thing about this garden is that you have these little lights. They look like rocks, but they're actually pathway lights.
Yes, within the natural stone that was used to retain the land and sort of help us with drainage, we also integrated natural stone lights. We wanted the effect of outdoor lighting, backdrop, and stroll lighting, but without ever seeing a source.
And are these trees ever lit up at night?
These trees are up lighting is used in here, and through our woodland path that we were walking on, we have path lights that are being used.
And you have a special little light over there. What's that one all about?
Yeah, that one over there was just placed in a position enough so that at nighttime when the waterfall is falling down, that the reflection of light is shimmering on it.
It almost looks like a hidden camera back there.
Yeah.
Now, what about these patio stones? Are they real stone or are they man-made?
It's a man-made product meant to look like a cobblestone or a natural stone that, again, blends into everything that we have here, from the natural stone coping to the retaining wall that's being used. The patio surface was meant to do that.
And it blends in so well with the house. You're right, it's got a bit of a rustic look, like the bricks on the house.
That's right.
I see there's one more area left to explore.
That's right, the entertaining area.
Okay, let's wander over there. Nice furniture. That's really got to be one of my pet peeves. A lot of people don't put thought into the kind of furniture they're going to have.
That's right, Deborah. It's very important in any backyard to accessorize. Beauty is in the details, kind of like this middle furniture here.
I think that's really what finishes it off.
It does, it does. And something like this too, of course, will last forever.
It's really a charming little spot. Now tell me about this structure over here. I understand it has a dual function.
That's right, Deborah. What was needed here was an area for change room, as well as for storing pool equipment or any of the accessories in the wintertime, as well as serving an entertaining purpose. So an outdoor bar concept was integrated into this outdoor cabana.
Well, I find they're really getting popular, and I guess you could always put a fridge in there if you wanted as well.
That's right, and there's room for shelving for storage, and as well as the outdoor countertop, so if you want to serve drinks or food, it's available.
It seems to have a bit of a Japanese feel to it.
Well, I guess, yeah, a lot of people have been saying that about some of the structures that I design. I went to Japan for about 2 months, studying through a lot of the templed gardens, and of course picking up on its architecture was very exotic, unique, and I find it that perhaps it's been influencing me in my ideas nowadays.
It really fits in with that restful feel of the yard. And of course from here you've got a magnificent view of the garden, but it's not mature yet, is it?
No, actually it's only been in now for 2 years. I like to plan for mature spaces. So the plants start off small, but in about 3 to 5 years' time, when they grow in, you have a very lush woodland retreat.
Well, I'd love to come back and see it. Thanks so much, Dave, for being with us and showing us this beautiful woodland retreat.
Thanks, Deborah.
If you'd like to create your own woodland retreat, try these things. Merge the new landscape with the existing natural backdrop. Think green. Use plantings that would actually be found in a woodland forest. And be sure to incorporate